Hello again, and welcome back to episode 2 of 100% Orange Juice. Last time we just managed to beat the first chapter, so now we are going to do QP second chapter. By the way, what did you have stolen, Kai? My wallet. Ouch. It's got all my cash and cards inside. This is a life or death situation for me. We're definitely gonna get that back then. Yeah. By the way, where did Popo go? Popo! I just heard her cry. Popo! Look, she's over there in that parked airplane. It looks like it's getting ready to take off. Why do I have to give a ride to someone like you? Just hurry, Popo. Alright, alright. Ah, Blue Crow. Bo? Red Barrel? You can't let such a little girl in your plane. What if something dangerous happens? Well, I can explain this. Just fly already, Popo. And you, get down this instant. Plane isn't a toy. No, Popo. Isn't now a good time? It is. Prepare yourself, Popo. Eh? Popo doesn't think so. Alright, episode 2 of trying to get our pudding back, as well as apparently Kai's wallet. I didn't buy any packs yet, so we're just gonna go with our standard one of every card. And maybe we'll have you use a bit as the extra card. Oh, I forgot to mention in the last episode, because we never had an opportunity, how the deck construction works is that each character builds or chooses 10 cards, and then all these cards are pooled into the deck in the center of the map. And then there are also 8 hyper cards, making a total of 48 card deck. This means that all players draw from the same deck, so you could strategize and say just pick really bad cards, and that would affect your opponent's draws. Or you could build really good cards and hope you're the one that draws them. Now, episode 2 has 2 different characters, Mark and Pete, and we still have Mary and Popo. Now these characters also have different stats, which we will soon see. Now let's see what we draw. Invasion. You will have an encounter. The enemy will attack first. Oh, that's very interesting. So what I'm gonna do is use this invasion card, which will cost it's free cost, although the level to play it is also in the previous episode I've been using victory stars. I'm gonna change the nomenclature to level because that's the actual name of it. Somehow I didn't manage to see this level indication. Anyway, I will use invasion on my home lollipop, so that anytime someone were to land on it to cash in to get a extra level to Norma, they would have to fight me first, essentially. Now you can see things are moving a bit faster than last time, and that's because I changed the options in the configuration screen. Previously we had a game speed of normal. That was just so I could explain everything and show off the main parts, the mechanics of the game. But now that I've explained most of it, I think we can move a bit faster, so let's just go. Although, this is a blind playthrough of the game, so I'm not quite sure of anything aside from the basics. I'm not a manual reader. I'm just gonna go on this green square because I'm not sure if this gray square actually does anything for us. And we get an assault card. Now, Mary Popo landed on my trap, and I misinterpreted the card. It's actually, you fight an NPC and the NPC attacks first. You don't actually fight myself. Well, either or, it's pretty good. Now, I did not mention these blue squares last game. These blue squares, if you land on them, you'll be forced to roll to see how many stars you drop. Best to avoid those at all costs if you're going for the star Norma. So I'm just gonna go land on this purple warp square. Let's actually see information on this map. Apparently there's this field event called Charity. I'm not sure what happens. We'll just have to wait and see. The card we have is Assault. We can't use it yet because it requires level 2. But if we were to use it, it would battle the player who set this card starting with their attack. Oh, so essentially this was the card we had before, but this time we are actually the ones doing the battling. We land on our home lollipop, but I'm not sure if that's actually our lollipop. And since no one actually has 10 stars yet, except for Pete, no one has gotten to level 2 yet. Card we saw last turn was Piggy Bank. Gain stars equal to 5 times the number of chapters passed since this card was set. Very interesting card. Well, it's probably best not to use it right now if I gain further investment. Actually, let me read that again. Oh, it depends. It starts when it's set. So might as well just set it now. But probably best not to set it on the home square because those are probably the squares that get landed on the most. We will go fight a random NPC. Can't use these because they're not comic cards. Oh, that's pretty unfortunate. Let's try to defend. Oh, 2 damage. It's unfortunate because you don't get 1 round of combat with those NPCs. I guess they shouldn't be calling them NPCs because we could mistake it for the playable character. I guess I'll call them, like, yeah, monsters from now on. Just getting really bad luck on terms of not landing on any of the stars. And now we have to fight this Pete guy. We have 3. If I evade and fail to evade, I die. Or get KO'd, whichever terminology you prefer. But if I defend, I'll, at worst, or at best, actually at worst, it'll be, yeah, I'll defend at least. I will live, essentially. So I will defend, yeah. And now it's my turn to attack. I'm curious as to see what this charity field event does. Although it doesn't seem that anyone has actually landed on the charity tiles. And I keep landing on these warps, which isn't getting me anywhere. Now, I anticipate that I'm not gonna win each chapter on my first go-round. Okay, anyway, let's see, we'll go for the defeat 2 enemies. I think a good strategy is to go for enemies early on, and then once the boss spawns, you would shift your focus toward getting the star Normas. Because if you focus on combat early on, you also earn stars through that combat, and you could possibly delay the other players by defeating them. Oh man, that duck! That duck is OP. Not really, but Mario Popo is probably gonna get wrecked by Mark. Oh yeah, there we go. Mark is on a roll. Oh, we have... Interesting. Is our hand size limit different per... Yeah, because last map we had a hand size limit of 3. I'm just gonna lay down the piggy bank because I'm worried about the hand size limit. Perhaps the hand size limit increases depending on the map. Again, I'm not a manual reader, so I'm just gonna figure these mechanics out as I go. That was unfortunate that Mark landed on my piggy bank trap the turn that I placed it, so I didn't actually gain any stars. Do I want to stop by home? No, I do not. I want to fight it. Huh. That's weird. Previously, I had 4 cards. Now I have to discard 3. I think I would just discard the other ammo. So, I guess the hand size limit is 3, but maybe there's some mechanic that I don't quite understand that is affecting why the situation that happened earlier. Do I want to fight Mark? 4 health, I have 3 health? No thank you. I think I would just go for the star panel. Get 2 additional stars. Pretty nice. I know I did go for the combat normal, but I'm really aiming for the red square combat as opposed to fighting any of these other players because they're pretty healthy right now. Although I probably want, if I get the opportunity now, is to fight either Pete or Mark to land the final blow on them. Probably can't do it because I'm on this side of the map though. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Oh, we drew hyper mode. I'm gonna explain hyper mode for a minute. As I said earlier, there are 8 hyper cards in the deck that is universally shared. Whenever a player lands on a green tile, they draw a random card, and there's a chance that you can draw the hyper card. If you draw one of the 8 hyper cards, the hyper card is dependent on what character you are. So QP's hyper card is your unit gains 2 attack during this battle. If your unit suffers KO during this battle, no stars will be lost and the unit will revive next turn. So it is a very useful card, say if you're low on health and you engage in combat. So these are all very good cards, but I guess the least useful one will be I'm on Fire, since it costs 5, and the only benefit I gain is a +1 in attack, and I lose 1 defense, so let's just get rid of this. Now, if I were to predict, I would say Mark would fight Pete, and then Pete would be defeated by Mark. And then next turn, I would... Oh. Oh no, the duck! The duck! Oh, that's so unfortunate that the duck got the killing blow on Mark, so now we can't use that. That's unfortunate. Oh well. And meanwhile, we keep rolling 1, so we're not getting anywhere. I neglected to mention that this map is actually a 2-part map, and I would assume that, like, you would have to land on the warp panels in order to go onto the other side. Yeah, why do I... Oh, I understand now. Since the field effect is charity, we get a card sometimes, and that card is not affected by the hand size limit. Alright. Let's just use Dangerous Pudding then. It's just that you know that Pete only has 3 health. That means his combat stats must be pretty beefed. So... let's just try to see. I think I will fight Pete. And I have to decide if I want to use this hyper card, or... I think it's better to just use Goose a bit, so that I can use hyper mode next combat bout. So I deal 2 damage, and Usabit prevents me from evading, but it gives me a +2 defense boost. So now I have +2 defense boost, I have to get 3 or higher in order to survive this. Oh, that's unfortunate. In that case, it might have been actually better to use the hyper mode card. But if you have a hyper mode card, it's probably best to save it until a very clutch situation that could turn around the game for you. Let's continue onwards. We got very lucky to revive on our first turn after getting knocked out. Although, if I were to guess, the boss might be coming soon, so I would really want to rack these, get 2 victories, and then change my Norma to collecting stars. Do I want to fight Marie Poppy? Yeah. Let's just try this. I'm not gonna use hyper mode, I'm gonna use hyper mode next fight. So Mario Poppy doesn't actually kill me. Oh, we got very lucky to roll a 6 and defeat Mario Poppy. And this is something I didn't know, that defeating a fellow player actually counts as 2 victories? Yeah, that's quite interesting. So now we're gonna switch to collecting stars. The charity effect happened, so let's see if we can't, let's see what we got another assault card. These trap cards are pretty good to use on the lollipop squares, because it can interrupt your opponents from cashing in their Normas. Since I believe that trap cards activate before the Norma check, but we will soon see. The music has changed. I mention again that if you choose to evade and you're tied with their attack value, the evade will fail. Evade only works if you roll higher. So let's fight this chicken. It's not worth using the hype card. I think we can knock it out if we roll high enough. Yeah, that's a 3. Oh, but he rolled a defense 4. And I think I will evade. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, okay, you saw that the chicken only had 2 health, so, I guess the monster combat is shared as well. So if I left the chicken over from my combat with 2 health, then the next person who landed on the red square would have to fight that same chicken with 2 health. Oh, and now we're fighting Mark. That's +1 attack, +1 defense. We have 3 health remaining, so we could use Hyper Rad. We could use Hyper. Yeah, let's demonstrate Hyper. I'm gonna evade. Oh, that was probably the worst case scenario for me. I wanted to get knocked out. That's why I evaded for a higher chance of actually getting hit, but she rolled too low for it to actually knock me out. Now we have to roll to revive, and this might take a while. We're not as fortunate as last time. In our current state, we're tied with Maria Pope in terms of level. Although I believe Mark and Pete aren't that far behind. We got a charity card. Although, while we're still knocked out, we can't do much about that. Nope. Now, Pete actually used his hyper card on Monster, which I think is kind of a waste unless he's a boss. I'm actually worried about these other two, who are, although lower level, have a lot more stars. You can see I got the achievement unlocked for being really lucky. Well, I guess in this case we're really unlucky. Although, like, rolling multiple ones is the same probability as rolling multiple sixes. So it's just two sides of the same coin. Yeah, I thought so. Mark is easily catching up. I think we got Charity revived, which is if we fail to revive after the requirement being 2 or higher, we just get automatically revived next turn. And through the charity effect, we got another hyper mode card. We'll go fight this chicken. We don't need the hyper mode card. Oh, we can't. Oh, so this is unfortunate. We can knock it out. Now with an attack of 3, probably better to defend. Now we're all at a level 3, so it's gonna be a very intensive race. See who can level up next. Could land on a lollipop. Oh yeah, we will land on a lollipop. We don't have enough stars from all the passive star game. And there's no way we're gonna defeat 9 of our enemies. So we're just gonna keep going for the star route. I think the music changes, Not sure what happened actually, because it happened too fast. But I think someone used their hyper card and it involved some kind of star exchange. Oh wow, they managed to actually survive that. And these NPC players, man. Long distance shot, deal 1 damage to the selected unit. It's a heavy cost, but it's very useful. If someone only has 1 health left, then you can snipe them for the kill. It's pretty useful to keep around. Now I will use this assault card on the lollipop square. If I were to guess, I think either Mark or Pete would knock one or the other out. Mark does go first, so she has the advantage. Oh, but unfortunately... Oh wow, they both managed to only deal 1 damage. So now I have a choice to long distance shoot one of them. I think Mark is more of a threat. I think at this point. Yeah, she has 3 cards in hand, 1 more effective health, and more stars and wins. So we're gonna try to snipe her. Unfortunately, that just means that she gets knocked out, but we don't actually get we don't actually get half her star bounty, or considered a victory in terms of wins. Now next we're gonna try to use our we're gonna try to use this Cloud of Seagulls card to try to deal 2 damage to Pete. There's a 33% chance because I believe I can hit myself with this. Oh, we hit Maripopo, which is not the end of the world. And the reason I'm using cards every turn is the hand size limit of 3 combined with the charity field effect. Your hand can get really clogged. And it's a waste to just discard them due to hand size limit. So I will use this piggy bank. Hopefully it won't get landed on the first turn like last time. I do not want to go on the trop, so I'll just go on this warp. That'll warp me to the other side of the map. The side of the map with Pete on it. So what I'm gonna try to do is like get into combat with Pete, because unless he evades me, then I'll do a guaranteed 1 damage. And I would like to confirm my theory that if I defeat a player character, you actually is considered 2 wins. Apparently we can't use a card this turn due to some other person's card. Get 5. So let's just go here, and we're gonna chase Pete. But unfortunately we landed on the trap card that makes us skip our next turn. So Pete is gonna get some freeway. And this is the boss, which is a giant castle. He seems less powerful than the boss on chapter 1. Maybe because Mark used her hyper card. Oh, we do have to fight Maripopo. I don't think it's worth using our +2 defense when you have full health though. I think we have a good chance to evade this. Of course we don't. That would be too easy. Well, I wonder how many wins is considered if you defeat the boss. I would like to find out, but I don't want to risk our current situation since... Oh wow, Maripopo is actually a 1 victory away, or 1 star, or 1 level away from winnings. We neglected her because I've been focusing on Mark and Pete. We might not win this one then. Oh well, let's just try to fight Pete. But unfortunately we landed on a drop square. Now the only hope left is Maripopo lands on the boss square and gets knocked out. Because she has yet to achieve the 200 star norma, which I believe is the final one. That was the one. That was the final one I had to do for winning last episode. One day we're gonna fight this guy. Music has changed because score is getting more close. Oh, Maripopo is in my way now. It's full health. That's just unfortunate. What I'm gonna do is use here and there, and we can randomly warp everyone. So then, the main reason I did that is because I didn't want to fight Maripopo. I can't use the card this turn, so we'll just go here. And we did draw our hyper card, so if I land on the boss, I'm probably gonna combat it and use a hyper card to try to take it out. So we will not use a card this turn. And we draw the 4th card, so that means we'll discard Piggy Bank because these combat cards that are very valuable at this point of the game. Oh wow, use the deal 2 random damage to a player. To deal 2 damage to a random player is what I should be saying. Oh, Mario Popo does land on the boss, so I'm hoping the boss that takes her out. Oh well. Mario Popo has 7 health, which is the most out of all the characters. It's really hard to take her out. I have 1 health left, so I think we're kind of screwed. Let's just move. I think we can use the hyper card and hopefully get enough power to knock out this castle. This is our own last chance. Oh, that's too bad. Although, if we do get knocked out, and we will get knocked out, guaranteed, because defense is taking a minimum damage of 1. It'll activate our hyper. Mario Popo has achieved the 200 star threshold, so I think this game is all but over, since it takes a turn to revive, even if it is a guaranteed revive, through the hyper card. Once she, oh wait, if the castle can knock her out. Oh, Mario Popo! Such a tank! And, Mark uses the, Mark is 3 health. I'm gonna use Hyper, but that's a waste. I'm gonna use Usabit. That'll mean I'm forced to defend, but I have a +2 defense stat. So we'll take 1 damage. And then maybe we can knock her out. 5 attack and 2 defense. Yep, we do. Yeah, and that confirms my theory that if you knock out a character, you get 2 wins instead of 1. So now what I'm gonna do is try to use Hyper and try to kill Mario Popo. Of course I land on a fucking 1. But, let's see. I don't think this is necessary. Unless he dodges, but he has evade of -3, so probably not gonna dodge. So let's just knock out this castle. We get an achievement for knocking out the castle, and we also get 3 wins. So defeating a boss is considered 3 wins. That's nice to keep in mind. Now it might seem like I have a chance at winning this, but honestly, I have no idea. Now we can fight Mario Popo, and this is what I want. If I use Hyper Mode, I'll get +2 attack. But I'm just questioning... At this point, I have to do this. Because the only other competition, Pete, is knocked out. I want to make it as likely as possible that I can knock out Mario Popo. Oh, it's so bad. Okay, luckily she lands. She rolls a 1, so I have a chance to fight her. So we'll fight her. We're not gonna use Usabit because we're not worried about her defense. Just do 1 damage. 1 damage. Now we have an absurd amount of stars, but you can see that Pete has managed to land on his lollipop and has emerged victorious. Unfortunately, we didn't win this chapter, so we won't be able to advance to chapter 3 next episode. But I think let's just check out our store for a quick second. We have 2,800. I'm not sure what this is, but it costs 27. Apparently I need to be level 6 to buy this? And I'm level 1. Interesting. Do I gain levels by buying packs? It's one card per pack, so let's just pull as much as we can. It's a common card, we've seen that before. Rainbow colored circle. During this battle, gain +2 evasion and 1 defense. That's an interesting card. Got another rainbow colored circle. A bad pudding. Discard random card. Trap card. Third rainbow colored circle. Saki's cookie. Heal 1 HP. Another bad pudding. Bad pudding again. Here and there. Gift exchange. All cards are gathered from the players and dealt back randomly. The total number of each player card remains unchanged. That could be a good hand disruption card. Another here and there. Dangerous pudding. Next turn will be skipped. Trap card. Assault. Flip out. Ah, boost. This is a very nice one. You can roll 2 die during your turn. Out of ammo. Lasts for 1 chapter. No player may use any cards. So we're out of stars. But if you can check player information and see like we collected about 20% of cards, although we've only progressed 3% of the game. You can check our individual cards in our binder. Alright. You can sort them by type and rarity. Alright, that'll do it for this episode. Next episode, hopefully we can go back and try to beat QP episode 2. But that'll do it for now. Castella out.